What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, we're coming back to Arctic Monkeys. Yes, indeed, Arctic Monkeys fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all those clicks and those likes and the bibbity-bobbity-bob, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This is a request from Vi Diaz and Atlas Hug. They both want to see me react to this song by Arctic Monkeys called Are You Mine? Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hang on, I recognize this, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by BBC. Okay. And the video has 3.5 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Arctic Monkeys, Are You Mine? Live at Tea in the Park 2014. This is what scares me. It's coming from the BBC, and they have blocked me several times on many different bands. And the thing is, it's not even the band's call. I mean, it's not the band's fault. It's not even the record label's fault or the publishing company's fault. It's BBC. So I hope this doesn't get blocked. I guess we'll have to wait and see. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Tea in the Park, thank you very much for having us once again. You've been absolutely wonderful. I hate goodbyes. I'm a puppet on a string, Tracy Island, time traveling diamond cutter sheep heartaches. They come to find you for in some velvet morning, years too late. She's a silver lining, Lone Ranger riding through an open space. In my mind when she's not right there beside me, I go crazy, cause here is where I wanna be. And satisfaction feels like a distant memory, and I can't help myself alright. One ever says, are you mine? Come on! Well, are you mine? Are you mine? Are you mine?
No, it's not the drummer.
I guess what I'm...
Am I seeing things?
Are you mine?
Okay, right there. Guitar player and bass player are nowhere near a mic.
Are you mine?
So I was thinking maybe it was the drummer doing the upper voice.
Are you mine?
No. He's not doing the other vocal either. So they must be using track for the backing vocal. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's fine. It doesn't matter to me as long as they're not lying about it. You know, as long as they don't have guys getting up on the mics and pretending that they're singing when they're really not. You know, if they're being honest about it, and saying, yeah, we use track in our vocals. Okay, fine. I got no issue with it whatsoever. Perfectly fine with me. We use track, so sure. Anyway, not for vocals. We just use it for sound effects and stuff like that. But you know, as far as, and we do get, and we have gang. Okay, I guess we do kind of have backing. We have gang vocals on the track. So yeah, it is technically backing vocals, I guess. Anyway, let's keep going here.
I guess what I'm trying to say is I need the deep and keep imagining meeting wished away. Entire lifetimes unfair, we're not somewhere misbehaving for days. Great escape, lost track of time and space. She's a silver lining, climbing on my desire, and I go crazy, cause here is where I wanna be. And satisfaction feels like a distant memory, and I can't help myself alive. What I ever say is, are you mine? Are you mine?
Oh, there's a keyboard player over here. Wait.
Are you mine? Oh,
So that keyboard player could have been doing the backing vocal when the drummer didn't have his face in front of the mic. Okay. That explains it. All right. Hey, look, I'll be the first to admit when I'm wrong. Absolutely. Okay, so clearly that is a possibility. I don't know if he was doing it or not. I didn't see him do it, but that's a possibility. Okay, I'm not 100% sure it's track anymore. It's actually more than likely him, but I didn't see it. So, but I would bet money that it's him doing the backing vocal there. Okay, all right, I was wrong. I'll be the first to admit. Anyway, let's keep going here.
So in case I'm mistaken, I just wanna hear you say you got me, baby, are you mine? She's a silver lining, Lone Ranger riding through an open space. In my mind when she's not right there beside me, I go crazy, cause here is where I wanna be. And satisfaction feels like a distant memory, and I can't help myself alive. Whatever says, are you mine? Well, are you mine? Are you mine? Are you mine?
Kind of wish they would show the keyboard player some more so I can see if he's doing the vocals. The riff is nice. It's a nice riff. Pretty simple riff. I mean, it's not a difficult riff at all. It's just basically based on a pentatonic or a blues riff. Depends on if they hit the flat 5 or not. But like I've always said on the channel, simple can be effective when it's done properly. And this is done well. It's done really well. Good tempo for it. Good feel, good drive. If I'm being honest, like I like the vocals. I do like the vocals. And that means all of the vocals. Okay. The lead vocal is strong. I like the lead vocal a lot. The backing vocals. Going up to that upper register that they're doing. Now here's the thing. And I've said this before, and I've gotten hammered for it. Despite the fact that what I was saying was true. You know, people were still hammering me for saying it. But I'm going to say it here anyway, and if I get hammered, I get hammered. They're singing out of key. They're not exactly in pitch. with those upper register notes. They're ever so slightly out of pitch. And the thing is, I believe they're doing that on purpose. I believe they're doing it intentionally. And the reason I'm saying that is because every single time it's out of key. Just the same amount. It sounds the exact same every single time. And that's one of the reasons why I was kind of leading me to think that maybe it was track, because it is out of tune, like the exact same amount every single time. Now, can you get that? As a vocalist, can you make that happen? You can, but you got to work at it. You got to really work on it. You think singing in key on purpose is hard to do? Try getting that down and then try to sing on out of key on purpose accurately so that you're the exact same amount out of key every single time. That's even harder. So, I mean, it's very doable though. Pearl Jam did it. And there's no reason that these guys can't do it either. Track would make life a lot easier, but something tells me they're singing that live. And if they are, good on them. Good on them. Like I said, it's out of key, ever so slightly out of key, but I think they're doing that on purpose. So go ahead and slam in the comments for pointing that out now. Go ahead, despite the fact that it's true and despite the fact that, you know, I'm actually complimenting them on it for doing a good job on it. You know, go ahead and slam me. Go ahead. Anyway, let's keep going here. We still got 2 minutes. There's no way they're done. Oh my God, not more fog. We're gonna get lost in it.
She's a silver lining, a Lone Ranger riding through an open space. In my mind, when she's not right there beside me, I go crazy. This is where I wanna be. And satisfaction feels like I just a memory. And I can't help myself, alright. Whenever says, are you mine? Are you mine? Are you mine?
It's over. Cool. Not really a whole lot to talk about, if I'm being honest here. Let me think about it. Let me get all my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Arctic Monkeys with Are You Mine? This was a request from The Diaz and Atlas Hugged. Okay, I took everything into account here, and I have a score, and the score makes perfect sense to me. Hopefully, if you give me a chance to explain my scoring, I'm sure it'll make sense to you as well. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.1. Yep, 8.1. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
I've heard better songs from Arctic Monkeys, but I've also heard weaker songs from Arctic Monkeys. I would put this song right about in the middle of what I've heard from them so far. It was a good song. It's a really good song. It feels good. It's got a good drive. It's got good energy. It's a very simple song to follow. Staying pretty much in that pentatonic. Although I did hear flat fives in there every once in a while, so maybe it's more of a blues scale. But in any case, it felt really good no matter which one it is. They were flip-flopping between the two. I also like how they would go up to the octave and then go up to the minor third above the octave every once in a while. They didn't do that every time. They would do it like every third riff. They would do that within the chorus, and I thought that was really cool. It helped kind of break up the monotony of the song. The songwriting, very simple, like I said, but like I've always said on the channel, slow booking can be effective when it's done properly. This was done properly. It really was. Good tempo, good. Not too fast, but the drive was still there. It was still a drive, just not insanely fast drive, but it was a nice, steady, pulsing drive, which I could absolutely appreciate. Everything sounded good. Everything made sense from a chordal flow standpoint. Nothing ever sounded out. Nothing sounded weird. Nothing ever sounded like it didn't belong. Everything made sense. So there's that. Vocally. Now, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to say that all the vocals were live. The reason I'm saying that is I never saw any concrete evidence to the contrary. I thought I did at first. Like in the first minute, I was like, the guitar player and bass player aren't on a mic, and the drummer's mouth is turned away from the mic, but I'm hearing vocals. So it's got to be tracked. But then, later on, I saw that there's a keyboard player doing the vocals, and I saw him doing them, and I was like, wait a minute, hold on, maybe he was the one doing the vocal on that one line. So I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to say the vocals were live. It sounded live. It absolutely did. But here's the thing, and this is where I'm conflicted. On the choruses, when you heard the backing vocals going up into that upper register, they were out of tune every single time. And they were out of tune the exact same amount every single time. Now, and it was slight. It wasn't even like it was a huge, glaring, discrepancy. It was very, very slight. Now, here's the thing. Could you achieve that live? You could, but you got to work at it. It's not something that you can do accidentally. If you're going to do it intentionally, if you're going to intentionally sing out of tune and sing out of tune intentionally the exact same amount every single time, you got to work at that. I'm not saying they didn't. I mean, I believe they did. It sounded live to me. It would be a lot easier to do it with a track. I mean, if you use track, it'd be so much easier. You'd have the consistency without having the worry of being out. You'd be amazed. I mean, you spend all this time learning and training to sing in tune. You'd be amazed how difficult it is to sing inaccurately when all you've been taught to do is sing accurately. You'd be shocked at how hard it actually is. And to do it with consistency, that's even tougher. So kudos to them. Like I said, I believe that these were live vocals. And since I believe they are live vocals, and I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt on that, got to give kudos to them for being able to sing out of tune intentionally, ever so slightly, every single time in the chorus when they would go up into the upper register. Kudos to them for being able to pull that off. It's not easy. And like I said, I know people are going to hear what they're going to want to hear, and they're going to hear me criticizing them for that, when all I'm really doing is giving them a big compliment for being able to pull it off. But I can tell you I can guarantee you in the comments, there's going to be those 2 or 3 knuckleheads who are going to be like, "Oh, how dare you criticize their singing ability? They're not singing out of tune." Want to bet? Yes, they are, but they're doing it intentionally. You know, in a live setting, that's even harder. So I'm giving them a compliment. Trust me on this when I say that. But like I said, there will be those 2 or 3 knuckleheads that hear what they want to hear, and they're going to hear me criticizing them, even though I'm not. I would give the song on its own, I would give it about a 7.9, about that. So how did we get it to an 8.1? I've said this before on the channel, and I stand by this. A good live performance can help your score, and a poor live performance can hurt your score. The live performance here was really good. It was really well done. Wasn't the best I've seen, but it was well done for what they were doing. It's the last song of the show. They announced it. You know, they said they hate saying goodbye, and then they get into the song. A lot of movement and motion for pretty much everybody in the band, except the lead vocalist. The lead vocalist stayed pretty much right there on his mic, but he's a slave to the mic. Since he's playing guitar, it's going to be kind of hard. So he wasn't moving around a whole lot, but everybody else was constantly moving forward and backward, side to side. I saw some crowd interaction, always a good thing to see. I like that pause that they did at the end. They suckered me, man. I thought they were done. And I'm sitting here looking, they're going, they got another 2 minutes of video to go. Are they just going to stand there and take bows for 2 minutes? And I saw the drummer leave. I saw the drummer leave his drum riser and come down to the main stage. And I'm like, they're done. They're going to do a 2 minutes of bow. Okay, fine. That's fine with me. It works. And then all of a sudden, I see the drummer race back to his drum set, and I saw the lead vocalist get back on the mic. I'm like, you're pulling a pause. Okay, nice job. Suckered me. It absolutely suckered me. And then they ended it strong. So yeah, I feel good with that 8.1. I think it's a very appropriate score for a really good song with a great live performance. So 8.1 is where we're at. 8.1 is where we're gonna stay. So 8.1. Final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.